Now, from the WDEF News 12 Sports Desk, brought to you by Xfinity, it's Touchdown Friday Night, sponsored in part by your Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union and Zaxby's.
Welcome once again to another season of Touchdown Friday Night. I'm Rick Nyman.
And I'm Webb Wright.
East Hamilton and Signal Mountain are both relatively new schools. They didn't start playing high school football until 2009, but their annual showdown already feels like an old school rivalry.
And in the words of Eagles old school coach Bill Price, here we go, here we go, here we go. I mean, let's face it, Chuck Norris wears Bill Price pajamas.
There you
He's
go.
a bad man. Signal up 14-7 at the half and comes out, pads a popping in the third quarter. Hurricane quarterback Nick Woods is leveled by Chris Moore. The Eagles appear to have all the momentum inside the East Hamilton 40, but that changes in an instant. Eagles fumble the football. Martez Dura is there for the scoop and the score, 61-yard fumble return. Hurricanes miss the extra point, but they cut Signal's lead to 14-13. Hurricanes quarterback Caleb Rhodes in for Woods, but he's going to be swarmed over by the Eagles defense. You know, I tweeted about all those insane Rick Nyman toga parties and the impressionable youth of Signal Mountain. They get out of hand. Fourth quarter we go. Eagles clinging to that 1-point lead, but a long drive culminates in a Caleb Menzel touchdown run. Not to be confused with Manziel. Caleb did not tell the East Hamilton bench they were number one, but he did help the Eagles to a 28-19 road win over East Hamilton. County clash we go, Brainerd and Ooltewah, but it was more about the cruelty inflicted on the innocent Owls cheerleaders. The Owls out quickly. London Elrod, perfect pass to Edward Hayes in stride, perfect pitch and catch, 7-0 Ooltewah. 7 push-ups for our cheerleaders. Elrod once again to Rashad Freeman down the sideline. Look at the moves. Watch him spin this defender right out of his socks. Wow. Touchdown, 14-0 Ooltewah. And
you're going to be busy.
Our cheerleaders, better eat your Wheaties. Ooltewah's defense swarming like a parliament of owls.
Ooh, that's what a group of owls is called. Really?
That's right. Look it up. Sylvester with the interception there. A ball hawk. He takes it to the house. 21-0 Ooltewah. But the cheerleaders is already 42 push-ups. Still in the first, Elrod hits Hayes again. Just a 9-yarder this time. 28-0 Ooltewah. And when James Mahan comes in the morning meeting shirtless asking for free hugs, it's creepy. And on Friday, it's still creepy. But who needed a hug? It would be those cheerleaders. 70 push-ups just halfway through the first quarter with Ooltewah up 35-0. Luckily, the cheerleaders are mercy ruled, as was this game. Thankfully, Ooltewah wins at 58-21. The cheerleaders still owe us 240 push-ups. Expect to see those next week. Quick look at the scoreboard. It was Chattanooga Central over Franklin 16-10. Silverdale over Lookout Valley 35-16. Elsewhere, it was Bledsoe blanking Cumberland 47-0 and Oakdale over Sale Creek 48-10.
Xbox cannot produce games as wild as the opener last year between Boyd and Red Bank. The contest featured 6 lead changes, with the Bucks booting a field goal as time expired to beat the Lions 43-41. But the two offenses weren't quite as hot tonight. Now, Webb Wright, of course, you remember, used to twirl fire, but you said your career ended when you tried to stick it in your mouth like this young lady.
Well, you can say that about a lot of things. You know, your career quickly.
All righty, Bucks with the ball at the 15, but the Lions' Jalen Moore blows it up, tackling Austin Jackson for the loss. Lions quarterback Caleb Tate hangs it up there for Malik Davis. Davis gets the feet in for a big completion down near the 20. Coach Grabowski will give him a high five. He says, "That's how I drew that one up." Lions get this one into 255-pound Courtney Stamper at quarterback. He bowls through the Bucks for the touchdown. It's 13-9 Red Bank. But Boyd answers before the third quarter ends. Cooper Hodge to Damaris Macon for a 12-yard touchdown. It's 16-13 Bucks. But Red Bank tacks on one more touchdown to win it, 20-16. County clash between Howard and Baylor. Red Raiders trying to protect their house in their season opener. Hustling Tigers punt it to Gage Upshaw, and Upshaw does all the hustling on display. He gets to the sidelines and heads up the field. Howard tackles Upshaw, but not before he's in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Then it became the Nick Tiano show. Coming up, directing the Baylor offense, he connects with Jalen Baker. How about a 40-yard touchdown strike? It's 14-0 Red Raiders. Tiano, of course, has committed to Mississippi State, and he kept firing touchdown passes. This time, he hooks up with Daniel Monroe. That's another Baylor touchdown. Tiano just warming up. How about this one? A pretty 45-yard pass to George Petway in stride. That was the 4th TD of the first quarter. Baylor rolls Howard by a final score of 51-6. On the Touchdown Friday night scoreboard, McMinn Central beats rival McMinn County for the first time in over 20 years. Sequatchie County over Community. It was Whitwell all over Mount Juliet, and Adairsville beats Ridgeland at 28-14. Coming up next on Touchdown Friday night, Hickson looks for a rare victory against rival Saudi Daisy, and Bradley Central hooks up with rival Polk County.
Plus, Walker Valley entertains East Ridge. And speaking of James Mahan, it's the Battle of the Irish as the Irish of Notre Dame play host to the Irish of Knox Catholic.